I know before I started the fast, I went on YouTube and I tried to search meals to cook, meal ideas, meal plans for Daniel fast, and I would mostly pick up like Americans, and then that wouldn't help me because what you'll have that side versus what South Africa has is two different things, right? Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Once again, we are sharing on fasting based on the last video that we did on, as I did explain that I am on the marriage and destiny fast, but by the time you view this video I would have been done because today is actually day 20 of 21. And you know what, just a mini event, I've never felt so hacked by a fast on the last few days, because usually a fast is usually difficult for me on the first week. Like if I'm doing a lengthy fast, it's difficult for me on the first week. And even if I'm doing a like 3-day fast, the first day is gonna be hard, but the last day it's actually very simple for me. But this one, I am so hacked by this fast. I've had it. Today, as I said, it is day 20 of 21, but it's so difficult for me today. It's so difficult. I feel tired, I have no energy, but some days I actually do feel good. I just wanted to share on the different types of fasting, so to give knowledge, because I am doing a Daniel fast, and then I will expand more on a Daniel fast and what to eat as a South African person doing a Daniel fast. So there are 3 types of fasting that you can actually do. I have my notes here, that's why I'm looking down. There are 3 types of fast that you can do, but always remember that the type of fast that you do should always be a commitment between you and God. So what God tells you to do when you are fasting is what you should actually do, not because Lebo said you should do a 21-day fast and then there you go doing a 21-day dry fast. You know, you do actually what God tells you to do, or by the instruction of your pastor or the person that you're submitting under at church. Like in September, our church was doing a dry fast, so I did a dry fast by the leading of our pastor, who is Apostle Felix Oko. So that's what I did in September, 21 days dry, right? And then so I would only break my fast at 6 p.m. and then I eat normal food when I break my fast at 6 p.m. During the day I only drink water. That means no juice, no coffee, nothing, no sweets, nothing, just water, just to keep you going. And then at 6 p.m. when I break my fast, I would pray, and then after praying I will eat my pap. I will eat everything that I can, right? And then that I'm on right now, so you can either do a full day fast, which is abstaining from food and drinks, only drinking water, of course, because water it helps you to keep going, right? And then there's a Daniel fast, which you are from meat and sweets and only drinking. So in a Daniel fast, the thing is, the reason why I'm recording this video is because people complicate a Daniel fast. You want to ask yourself, can I eat this? Can I eat that? Like we did, I'll put up pictures. We did the most basic Daniel fast ever. We just stuck to eating fruits and vegetables, and then we do not spice them. We just used salt. We literally just used salt for every single one. Every time we eating, if we want a snack, we would eat popcorn, and popcorn that we make at home. We would make popcorn and we would have peanuts and raisins, nuts and raisins, right? And then at some point I was really craving sugar, so I bought dried fruits. So dried peaches are quite sweet, so they like boost my sugar intake. And then fruits also, just every fruit you can think of. Don't is rice. Oh yes, we had rice. I hate brown rice, but according to people who have done Daniel fast, is that brown rice is actually acceptable, so I had to. And then here we bought brown rice, right? So we've been eating brown rice. You'll see from the pictures, what you'll see is boiled vegetables that we would put in the pan, like in the oven. Use the oven quite a lot. Like would make potato wedges, you just put olive oil and salt, and that's it. That's our meal for the day. So that's what we ate for the full 21 days. So we would eat during the day. We would eat, like we'd have our scaftings, we'd eat during the day, bread and whatnot, but we are abstaining from sweets, we're abstaining from meat, we're abstaining from sugar, we're abstaining from pap. So we could for the life of me, the way I love pap, we couldn't have pap. We couldn't have white rice, so we had brown rice. Now, even so, the brown rice, we wouldn't have it like every single day. It would just be for particular days. You're like, okay, I feel hungrier today, just added brown rice to our right. So the other fast that you could do is a combination fast, whereby you begin the first 3 days. This is me talking about a 21-day fast, where you begin the first with a full or normal fast. A full fast meaning you do not eat from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You do not eat, right? This 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. actually reminds me of my mother, because what my mother used to do when she was fasting, she'd wake up before sunrise and she would eat, and then the whole day she wouldn't, and then at sunset then she would eat again. I think I did that when I was younger, but now it's just that from the time I get up, I will not eat until 6 p.m. So in essence, I'm having one meal a day. Hence, I was worried about my weight loss, but that's okay. It's a sacrifice that needed to be done, and indeed, God will bless us. Right? So another fast you can do, as I was explaining, is a fast where you start the first 3 days dry, and then going forward you do a Daniel fast. Daniel fast, in essence, because a lot of people get confused. A lot of people get confused as to what to eat and what not to eat when you are going through a Daniel fast. And the pictures that I'm going to put up of the meals is the meals that we were having. I remember we'd have gem squash. Gem squash, we'll just boil it. In just to put this in context, is South Africa. I am in South Africa, so it's South African meals to prepare for a Daniel fast. That, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, so if you're in South Africa, this will be much more relevant for you, because so we would make carrots. It would either be boiled carrots, and then just put some salt or some herbs, mixed herbs, that would also make a difference, or just put them in the oven. And potato wedges, I didn't mention. Beetroot, we'd also just boil the beetroot and eat it as it is. So cabbage, I actually enjoyed cabbage, because what we did with cabbage, we would add, so we would fry the cabbage, right? And then we would add chilies. Just chop the chili and add it up, or there's crushed chili that you can buy, which is also pure chilies that you can buy. So I cooked the cabbage with chilies, and that was nice. It added a lot of flavor to the food so that it doesn't feel blunt, because most of the time our food was just salt. So we added, when we cooked cabbage, we made it with chilies. And then another thing that we ate a lot of was oats. Oats, we would eat it, but no honey, no sweeteners, no sugar, nothing. So what we did is then we ate oats with bananas, and that was absolutely a game changer. I highly recommend it. You can literally have that every single morning of your fast, because it's natural. It's also natural. Oh, rice cakes. Oh, rice cakes were a game changer. We had rice cakes and avo and what's this, tomato at some point, and it was so nice. I actually forgot that I was fasting when I had that. We had that on a Saturday for breakfast, and listen, it was divine. And then we have a lot of fruits as well, and then avocado would be your best friend when you're fasting, because it actually fills you up. Bananas also fill you up. If you're doing a Daniel fast, stick to avos and bananas. They actually fill you up. And then what else would we have? Oh, we stayed away from mash. That's why I would mostly have just potato wedges, because mash, to prepare it, you'd have to put milk and butter. So we stayed away from milk and butter. We were not having that. So we did not make mash. Mash just boiled and then you mash it. It doesn't really taste nice. So you'd need milk and butter. So we stayed away from that. Stayed away from coffee. Stayed away from oil unless it's 100% juice. Even so, the 100% juice, we wouldn't have it often. Not at all. We wouldn't have it often. It would just, I think we've only had 100% juice like 8 times out of the full 21-day fast. Yeah, just avoiding getting yourself used to sweet things, because you are trying your best to abstain from sweet things, and then you end up craving them. So another thing that we did was we stayed away from social media platforms. So the certain social media platforms that we wouldn't go on, like specifically for my husband, he loves Twitter, so he sacrificed Twitter, and then in exchange for that, he got the book by Stephanie Ike, Power of Your Dreams. So that, you know, just you need to I'm mentioning that so that you understand that if you are fasting, you need to substitute your daily routine with something that will bring you closer to God. You can't say you are fasting but you're still doing every single thing that you would have done on a normal day. So that means that you are just on a diet. That literally means that you are on a diet, you are abstaining from food, you're not changing. Because the time that you would spend on social media is the time that you should be spending filling yourself up, reading the word of God, reading books that edify you in the spirit, listening to podcasts, listening to YouTube videos like this one, right? It's just listening to people, like-minded people that are gonna give you strength to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Because if you do become on a fast, but you're still viewing statuses, you're still looking at people going to restaurants, posting their alcohol, posting this, you're gonna be very frustrated during the fast, and you're just gonna wanna end it. You're just going to want to end it. You're just gonna be miserable throughout the whole fast. You're going to be miserable thinking, when is this thing ending? But in essence, if you just close and shut off the world, you even it's like you take a sabbatical, you close and shut off the world to say, God, I just want to hear from you. You don't go to too many places when you are fasting. Be very careful of going to too many places when you are fasting. Like if you are a working person, if you're a 9 to 5, go to work and come back home, and that's it. If you have to leave home, let it be going to church or going to somewhere in line with what you are currently doing. It doesn't make sense to be fasting, but visiting your friends, spending time doing God knows what. Do you understand? Because then makes your fast even harder. It makes your fast even harder, and people are going to offer you food. What do you say when people offer you food? Classical is, I've just ate. Literally at work, I work at different places. I work for one company, but I get to be at different locations. I would literally be offered lunch every 5 minutes. Someone is saying, come, let's go eat. Have you eaten breakfast? And so I would always just say, oh, you just caught me at a time where I just ate. That you are fasting. Do not disclose to everyone that you are fasting. All you have to do is just make a simple excuse. I just ate. If someone is inviting you for lunch, hey, can we reschedule for such and such a day? Right? That helps you honor your fast. Because if you do go out on that lunch and then you find that they are serving, perhaps they don't even have vegetables, and if they do have vegetables, are you sure that they cooked it with olive oil, right? So when you are on a fast, try your best to cancel things that you can, but if it's things that you cannot cancel, such as funerals, for instance, and away, get busy, go wash dishes. If you're a gent, I don't know, go to the shops, do something, keep yourself busy at a time that people are eating what you're trying to abstain from, right? I hope that makes sense, and I hope this video really is helpful, because I struggle trying to find food to eat during a 21-day fast, a Daniel fast. So remember, guys, just stick to fruits and vegetables. If you are cooking them, cook it with olive oil and salt. That's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Bye.